Good morning, my loves, and happy new moon day and kung fei fat choi. I can't say it. Happy new Chinese New Year. Basically, I was trying to be glitzy and say Happy Chinese New Year in Chinese, but I ruined it. Anyway, I'll stick to speaking English because I can barely do that. Good morning to Jacqueline Blaney, to Barbara Phipps, Nicole South, Sheila Hamilton, Jaslyn Holiday Oak, Elaine Sagar. Happy new moon, happy new year, everyone. I, for one, have been pretty longing for this day because I knew that this was going to represent a milestone, a turning point. Forget the traditional New Year. The two other New Years are where it's at, my loves. So this one, which is the 11th of February, and Chinese New Year, and also the other important day, which is the Sun moving into Aries, which is the start of the Cosmic New Year, which is happening on the 20th of March. So we can look forward to that as well. So, my loves, how are you all doing? Good morning to Sonia Anders, to Hazel Kings, Anne McGarry, Lucy Buxton, Jay Knott, Rachel Delacour, Carol Bell, Linda Biles. Happy New Year, everyone. Susan Clark, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Moon Day. Now, before I get going, Cookie McDermott's watching, Susan Clark and Andrea McSkimming. Hello, darlings. I've got a bit of a kind of not a nice message to pass on. This is a warning, okay? So this is where I get serious. It's come to my attention over the last couple of days that some people have been posting other psychics in inverted commas, spamming everybody who's commenting, saying inbox me for a private reading or inbox me for a free reading. So they've been commenting on everything. Everywhere somebody's posting on my page, they've been putting a comment. Go head over to my Facebook page. Now, this isn't somebody who's a psychic or a card reader who's trying to get my customers to come over and be with them. It's not that. They are scammers. They are people who have nothing to do with the psychic or spiritual community. They want your money and you will not get anything back for it. So be careful, my darlings. Please be careful. It's been rife and rampant on YouTube. It's everywhere. So every time, if you watch a free pick a card reading or an astrological reading from some beautiful soul who's posted on YouTube, the scammers are all over the comments asking people to inbox them for a reading. And people have done it and they've lost their money. And the people who own the pages are getting the flack for it because they're impersonating the page owner. So I just want to tell you, if anybody pops onto this page and advertises their services, they cannot be trusted, okay, my loves? You have to do your due diligence. When you go onto that person's page, have a look, because it will be all misspelling. They'll have set the page up about a week ago. They've grabbed other people's photographs and impersonating them. The other thing is, if somebody's impersonating me, I never ever contact you personally and try and flog you my readings. All of my reading transactions are done through an online shop and the payment is taken via your credit or debit card or through PayPal. Both of those methods, if you have any issues at all, you can go to that card provider or PayPal and you can get your money back. And that's the way it's done, because I don't want anybody to feel as though they're being ripped off by me in any way. So if you get into a dispute, which you'd never do, I would never dispute you. If you're unhappy, I refund you. But if you ever felt like you didn't want to come to me and say, "Oh, Natalia, I'm not happy. The book you sold me was rubbish. I want my money back," and go to your card provider and you can get your money back that way. So I'm completely transparent like that. So I just wanted to put that health warning. And sorry about that. And if you do see anybody spamming like that, do let me know, because a few people have told me. And thank you so much for those who alerted me to that, because it's really important that I protect my audience. And please, I can't speak. Please protect yourselves out there, my darlings. because it's a cruel world, and there are some people who will just try and get your money by any means, and we don't want you falling foul of that. We want you to get something for your money that you love and that lifts you up. We don't want you being taken advantage of, and it's so easily done, isn't it? You know, when we're in a vulnerable place, somebody says, reach out to me for a reading, I'll do it right now, and they take your money, and you know, it's just awful. I don't want that to happen to anyone. Yeah, Julie's saying that you were watching Ollie Murs and scammers had hacked his live, saying if you liked and shared the live you'd get £5,000. I know, it's just like, what I'd like you to do is to get your shrewd and savvy and cynical head on when you're on the internet. Really be discerning and go, can I trust this person? And if I'm not sure, then maybe I need to private message them. Maybe I need to have a look at the reviews and see. And if somebody's got no reviews, that tells you a lot, doesn't it? If somebody's just started up a month ago, that tells you a lot. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about this anymore. Thank you for the stars, Carol. And let's get on to something happier. Saying good morning to a few more people, which is Darcy Fisher-Horn, Amber Cook, Vanessa Dempsey, Jenny Cook, and Sandra Yaskiel, Christiane Cotterill, and Lynn Hardy, hello. Donna Kent, hello. And Danielle Bowen, hello to you. Teresa Michael Hill, hello to you. Good morning, Nancy. Julie Hans, Jenny Bell. Nancy, thank you for the stars, my darling. Good morning. Yeah, Kerry White. I was going to call you Wild for some reason then. Shelley Barnes. Sonia Anders, Shell Javat, Vicky Ray, April Wine, and Anna and Anja. And I think I'm up to date. So we have the new moon, and Nicole is having a breakthrough. Let's have a look and see what you're doing. You had a breakthrough at work today. Sorry about that. There's a very noisy vehicle going past. Been through a real spiky time and wasn't sure which way to go, leave or go, but found a way to rise above, which meant I deliberately stepped back from the situation, which actually put me in a lesser place in the hierarchy, but was for the best overall. Good for you. Good for you. And it's that dawning, that enlightenment, isn't it? I had one of those days yesterday where I sorted out something, or you know, with somebody that was troubling us both, and it really got sorted, and it was a wonderful thing, a wonderful blessing to happen just before the new year. So there are lots of blessings coming with this. Hello, Maureen, Sharon Andrews, and Gloria Kendall, and Heather Jones as well. Let's not forget Heather. How could I do that? Hannah Horgan, Jesslyn saying you blocked that person. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Julie Hans is saying, will you be getting any more Blue Angel Light 3-inch angels? Oh, at the moment, no, but I will put your name on a list. All right, my loves, let's talk about the new year, shall we? So I've got my moonlight there. I've got my heart light. And we've got a bucket, a metal bucket, a pink metal bucket. Why is this, you may ask? Well, it is the year, we are now in the year of the metal ox. Yay! Congratulations, we made it to the year of the metal ox. So we're out of the year of the water rat and into the year of the metal ox. What does all this mean? I'm going to share a little story with you before you get to pick your messages for the new year, your personal messages. I'm going to tell you about a gentleman called Warwick Wong. And he is a master of geomancy. And this is a divination technique. It's an ancient Chinese divination technique. You may have seen it where they have like these little tiles or tablets, and they use lines and dots to do the divining. My mum used to have a book about divination techniques, and I used to be fascinated with the lines and dots, and I just couldn't work them out. I think you've got to study a long time to understand that. But anyway, he's the Chinese master of that. Now, he gives a speech every year about what's coming up for the new year, and he was so accurate about last year. So let me tell you what he said. Good morning to Mel Sykes and Cheryl Penno and Beth Hewitt, and Heather is saying that you were born in the year of the metal ox. Well, hold that thought, because I'll come back to that. Julie's saying it's my love bucket. I don't know how to respond to that one, Julie. Okay, I'll tell you the significance of the bucket in a second. So anyway, let's go back to Warwick Wong. What a great name, eh? So he gave a speech on the eve of the Chinese New Year in New York last year. And this was on the 23rd of January 2020. And do you know what he said? 2020 is going to be a horrible year. Well, he got that one right. And he was just pulling no punches. And he gave 2 important pieces of advice for 2020. Chinese New Year, the water rat. And he said, don't be argumentative and try and change someone's mind on matters. Which, that, you know, when I think about that, you think about Facebook, the turf wars going on about Facebook. Politics, you know, we had the American election. Oh boy, you know, the talk about people having one opinion or another. And the whole COVID thing, you know, is it right to go out? Is it right to travel? Is it right to have somebody sitting in your garden and having a chat with them? Oh, look at those 2 people. They having a chat in the street and they're too close together and all of this stuff. And then there's the people who deny that COVID exists. And so best to stay out of it. Don't try and get argumentative. Don't get into arguments with anybody. And it has been very hostile, yeah, hasn't it? And then in 2020, his second piece of advice was, you're going to love this, find a safe place to hide. So if those aren't wise words, I don't know what are. And, you know, when you hear things like that, you kind of think, right, I'm going to go and find another source of information that's going to tell me something good. And actually, sometimes you just have to take it. You have to roll with the punches, don't you? And so do you want to hear what Warwick Wong has to say about 2021, the year of the metal ox? Brace yourselves, okay? If you don't want to know, leave now. No. It's nothing like that. Okay, so he's done another prediction with his geomancy. And his advice for 2021 is, this is the year to be prudent. Do not spend lots of money. And you heard it here. Now, you have a choice. You can go and do what you like. So don't really, I think that his kind of message there for us is, you know, if say you wanted to put a big extension on your house and you're going to spend every bit of savings you've got or borrow a huge amount of money, be careful and think it through. Do I need to do it this year? If you're going to buy yourself the car of your dreams and it's using all your savings up just to have a nice car to make yourself feel better, think about it. If you're making some big splurge, big purchase, think about it, okay? Because he's saying it is the year to be prudent and not spend lots of money. And so his pieces of advice for 2021, the words of wisdom from Warwick Wong: try not to be obsessive about following the news because so much information is in the air. Preserve your energy and spirit. So that's his first piece of advice. So this is the thing with that message is, I found this during the pandemic. Did you do this? Where the governments were doing these daily announcements, and we got a bit obsessive about watching them and listening to every little development that was going on. And I've got to the point where I felt like that was slowly kind of taking my spirit away, and I had to detach myself from it. So I categorically never watch the news because I always end up feeling really stressed and really upset by it. So I'm not saying to you, be ignorant and don't know what's going on in the world, but be careful what you absorb. Be careful what you allow into your beautiful psyche, your beautiful aura. Because, you know, you can have a day where you get up in the morning and you go, I'm so hopeful, I'm feeling so excited about an idea I've got or something I want to do. And then you can allow yourself to get pulled down by the things that other people are posting on social media or things that are being said in the news. And before that, you didn't know anything about that. You were, you know, virginal, pure in your thoughts and your beliefs in yourself, and you allow what's going on in the world to dictate your world. So create your own world. That's what he's saying. Protect, preserve your energy and spirit. So his second piece of wisdom about the Chinese New Year of the metal ox is, it is really good for starting a business. As long as you don't spend heaps and heaps of money on it. It's a really good time for that idea you had. You know, if you wanted an Etsy shop, You wanted to put your own social media page up, your own online shop. You wanted to start doing something for yourself. It's an excellent year to do it. And it's also a really good year to get engaged. So if you're planning on popping the question, or somebody pops the question to you and you love them, you might not be able to get married just yet, because there's rules about getting married, but you can certainly get engaged, can't you? So that is what he says, and I like it. Now, I want to just tell you something to lift you up, because 2022... So the year of the metal ox is all about build, build, build. Okay, so we don't do anything huge and risky and all of that kind of stuff. But 2022 is the year of the tiger. It's the water tiger, and that is the time for leaping into new things, stretching yourself, taking risks, pouncing on every opportunity. It's gonna be a biggie that year. And water element. I know I'm talking about this before even the new year, but I've got to give you hope, haven't I? I've got to say, right, you know, you're building towards a time of pouncing, of taking risks and being, let me just look at my notes here. So water energy is rebirth, and it's all about undulations and change and all that kind of stuff, so it's exciting. So let's talk about the metal ox. Well, you know, however you interpreted what I said is what's the message for you, Nicole. You said, I took that as being more engaged. Absolutely. Julie Hans is saying, maybe I shouldn't have bought the Lulu Guinness hold all an umbrella. Oh, it's your birthday. That's not vast quantities of money, is it? It's not like life-threatening amounts of money, like you're going to be on the streets. But at least you have a lovely umbrella in a handbag hold all. Okay. So let's have a look at the year of the ox. Build, 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 hard work, duty and discipline. Plough the field, work diligently, okay? So it's the time to get the nose down. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted by what other people are saying, what's in the news. Make your world be as ripe and abundant as you want it to be. Believe in yourself. And to attract good fortune this year, wear red. So red crystals, have red objects around you, and red clothing. Now, the year of the metal. So every year in the Chinese zodiac has an element, which we talked about in my angelic circle. I confused the heck out of everyone the other week. So this is a metal year. We're going into the metal ox year. And so the metal ox year is all about clean, shiny energy. So it's clean your home from top to bottom. Metal is a container, so we're containing everything. We're trying not to rock the boat too much. We want to have, this is why I've got the buckets, because it's made of metal and it contains the water. So the water year was the previous year, and this is, you know, all of the change we're containing. We're putting boundaries around it, which is really great. And so clean your home from top to bottom. Declutter, maintain the tidiness, particularly in the bedroom. And, sorry, it was the metal rat last year. I beg your pardon, it was the metal rat. And it's all about keep calm and carry on as best you can and avoid major moves. So containment is everything. And the metal, sorry, it was the year of the metal rat last year in 2020. And it's still metal because every 2 years we have a new element, energy. So metal, interestingly, each of the elements rules a part of the body, and metal rules the lungs. How fascinating that as the turn in the Chinese New Year, that we should go into a metal year for 2 years, and the lungs were a big organ that were affected by COVID. Just saying. So that's something that Warwick Wong pointed out. Isn't this fascinating? So this is why I really do love Chinese astrology and Chinese elemental things and different divination methods within the Chinese zodiac, and it's fascinating, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of information about what to look forward to. So we're building, we're ploughing the field. Now the other thing is, I forgot to mention, the ox is a beast of burden. It's a hard-working animal and it needs its rest as well. So a really important thing for you is going to be sleep. Hard work, but equally you've got to get lots of sleep. So make sure that your bedroom is an oasis of calm, peace uncluttered, clean as a whistle. And take the bin out of your bedroom. If you have a rubbish bin, a waste paper bin in your room, the love and the luck can go into the bin. That's a big thing in Feng Shui. So no bins in bedrooms, okay? Because bins contain, they literally siphon off things. And the bedroom is the one place we don't want a bin. So take it out and walk to the bin in another room. All right, so I've got some messages for you this morning, and the first thing that I want to do is get you to think about 1, 2, or 3, and there's a message in the bucket for you. So would you like number 1, number 2, number 3, and then I've got some messages here as well. So choose your number, 1, 2, or 3, and I'll take one of the papers out of the bucket. Wash basket, I don't know, you'd have to look into that. Bin is more like the washing, you're cleaning it and you're recycling. Bin is rubbish, it's dead. It needs to go and leave. So I don't think washing counts as much. I think as long as it's inside a container, it's okay. All right, so are you ready? If you chose message number 1, this is your little paper. Now these messages, I've actually written them out from the Plant I Like cards, because I just thought it was nice to do it like this, put them inside the bucket. So your message, if you chose number 1, this is your message for the Chinese New Year for 2021 and the new moon in Aquarius. Intentions. Feel inspired to set powerful intentions and take positive action. A clear focus is a gift for moving forwards. Okay, so feel inspired to set powerful intentions. This is a day, a week to set those intentions. It's a really good time to take positive action towards those, because when we have an intent, when we know what it is that we want to do, then everything starts to follow and flow. It's interesting. It's like I was wanting to bake, and I keep seeing all these lovely recipes, and then I keep seeing all the ingredients in the supermarket that I needed for these recipes, and so it's not like those things weren't there and then suddenly they are there. It's just that when you have an intention, your mind is very much focused on making that happen, and then everything seems to conspire to be in the right place at the right time. So some of it's a bit magical and some of it is your awareness, and you get that focus, and it's the gift for moving forwards. Okay, so that is message number 1 for you, and we'll come back to your second and third messages in a moment. And this is number 2, self-confidence. Okay, this is your energy for going into the new year. You may be feeling hopeless and invisible amid the thorns of life. Recognize the precious wild soul within you and reach for the light. Look at you, you're the butterfly flying towards the sun. Not too close, you don't want to get burnt, but go towards the light. You aren't invisible, you just feel that way. Life is not hopeless. You're going to be transforming this year, and have confidence in your wings and recognize the precious wild soul within you. Reach for the light, okay, my loves? And then number 3, now this really resonates. I chose this one. Sweep away the old. Been doing that this year. Celebrate fresh starts by gently releasing the old to enable new to enter in. Sweep away stagnant energy. What needs to go? What do you need to let go of? Maybe you need to do some cleansing and decluttering physically in your home. Maybe, in terms of your friendship circle or your habits, patterns, anything that needs to go. Think about that. Sweep away the old, celebrate fresh starts. Okay, so let us move on to our next message. So stick with the number you chose. No chopping about. Now this next message is an affirmation for you. And remember our little envelopes that we started with on Monday? So we're creating a little Valentines package for ourselves. So if you haven't done this yet, go back and watch the replays. But get yourself an envelope. This was an envelope from Christmas cards, because they're really cute and small. And I've addressed it to beautiful Natalia, and you would address yours accordingly. However you want to address yourself, give yourself lots of love and appreciation. And we've been writing little love notes to put in this, and we're going to open it all on Valentine's Day on Sunday. So I will be writing down, I've got my little piece of paper here, my pen, and I'm going to write down my affirmation. So I chose number 3, so I'll write that down when that comes. So this is your affirmation if you chose number 1. I am brave, I am powerful, nothing can stop me achieving my dreams. Okay, my love, so if you want to do a screen grab of that, or if you want to write that down quickly now, pop that into your envelope. Don't forget to put that into your beautiful Valentines messages that you're going to open on Sunday. These are going to be so yummy because we'll have forgotten about them by the time we open it. Don't know looking, no peeking before Sunday. I am brave and I am powerful. Nothing can stop me achieving my dreams. That is number 1. Number 2. I embrace and cherish who I am in this moment. I welcome in all the love I have yet to experience. I embrace and cherish who I am in this moment. I welcome in all the love I have yet to experience. Isn't that gorgeous? That's your beautiful affirmation to write down and pop into your Valentine's envelope for your Valentine's messages. And number 3, this is what I'll be writing and putting in my envelope. This fits with the sweeping brush letting go thing, doesn't it? I recognise when it is time to let go, when it is time to rest. Even at my most gentle, I am still immensely powerful. I recognise when it is time to let go, and when it is time to rest. Even at my most gentle, I am still immensely powerful. So these are the little affirmations of love and light. So these are, affirmations of wisdom and beauty. I've got a book called The Little Book of Love and Light, and I lost it for a second. I've got so many different titles of things at the moment. So these are the affirmations of wisdom and beauty, and you can order them. They are available on my online shop if you want to get yourself some of those. So that's my message. I'm going to pop that there and write that out later and pop that into my envelope. So your final message comes from The Lover's Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. So these are the heart-shaped love cards, and we had to do a love message for you today with this lovely new moon and this lovely new year. So if you chose number 1, your message is, I'll show you the picture. Look at that, isn't that pretty? These 2 people surrounded by love. This is the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the balance within us. And obviously if you get into a relationship, it's that beautiful balance and harmony in a relationship, or if you're in one. And your message is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So it's interesting, this message, because I just want to expand on it. When we do something, so say in our pasts, I think we've all had a relationship breakup, even if it was, when you were at school and you were 14 and you went out with this person and it didn't last or whatever. But it was all part of you learning, and you might look back on things and think, I wish I'd never given that person room in my heart, in my life. Wish I'd never gone there, and wish I'd never done this. And actually it was perfect. It was all part of who you are and what you were meant to experience. So every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And without those experiences, we wouldn't have that expansion, that knowing, that wisdom. And that's what we came to do. Because all of the mistakes, the mishaps, the heartbreaks, everything is helping us to grow as a soul, as a spirit. So just know that there's no wrong choice. Everything is right. Number 2, your message is balance. Let me show you your picture. Isn't that lovely? So yin and yang. Again, divine masculine, divine feminine. Isn't that beautiful? They look like they're in a keyhole, don't they? It's like the key to love is balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that supports and challenges. So you've got to have arguments. You've got to have disagreements. You've got to have these, a great relationship, friendships, everything challenges you. So if somebody is an enabler and they always say, oh, My light just went off then. Somebody agrees with you all the time. You know, when they talk about really famous people and they have their yes people following them around going, oh, you're wonderful, and they never challenge them, then that person turns into a monster, don't they? They get more and more ego based. And what they need is somebody to say, that was wrong, that was rude, that was, you shouldn't do that. You know, we all need challenging, and we all need to disagree and to come to a place of understanding. So yes, it's about support, but it's also about challenges. And then number 3, your message is this beautiful angel with the heart glowing on their throat chakra, their eyes closed. It's like they are communicating through telepathy, these two people. So this is a really gorgeous message. I love this one. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united. For love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. So this can be for you if you're in a relationship, no matter whether you know, sometimes you're very close, sometimes you're a bit distant emotionally or physically, the person might be away, but you're always united because love has no barriers. It goes through time and space, nothing is missing. So you're always together, even if you're sometimes not on the same wavelength. If you're not in a relationship right now, then this is saying that your beloved is sending the beam, sending the call and saying, you know, I'm on your pathway, we're going to meet eventually, but right now, although we are apart, together we are together spiritually. So just have the faith about that. This message is definitely for me. And also if you have a love partner who passed, if they're in spirit, this is a beautiful message for you as well. That they still love you, because love transcends space and time, and you will see them again. You maybe have another lifetime with them. You might change roles, you might be in different genders. You know, it's all, they're in your life for a reason, and that's not the end, you know, because love continues, doesn't it? How beautiful. What a lovely way to end our messages today. So thank you so much everyone for being with me. Thank you everyone who sent stars. They really help. I do appreciate your support so much, because I have so many card decks, so many little lights and props and things that I like to use for all our messages. So that's what the money goes on. And the stars, you can send as few as you like. They are 1 cent, 1 American cent each. So 50 stars is 50 cents, you know. So it's and I think the more you buy, if you buy like a package, you get a reduction. So anyway, that's what the stars are all about if you're on Facebook. It doesn't apply on YouTube. All right, so Kerry, just one quick message from Kerry. I'm currently getting to know a funeral director, so although I see the lovely side, this also makes me chuckle. Oh, lovely. Andrea, I know, 3 made me want to cry, but you've had enough of me crying when I've done live, so I'm keeping it together today. Go and get myself a coffee, and thank you so much for your company this morning. You always lift my spirits. I'll be here again tomorrow. I'm going to be here slightly earlier. I will be here at 9 a.m. because I'm having breakfast with my friend online. So I'm going to get this live done at 9 a.m. and I'm going to share with you my stash, my haul of Valentine's goodies that I bought for myself to give you some ideas. And I'd love to hear what you've got, so bring along your ideas. I'll show you my haul, you show me yours, and let's have another lovely little get together at 9 a.m. tomorrow UK time. But in the meantime, wishing you a very happy new moon day, happy new year, and don't forget to set your intentions, my loves, and write your little messages to put in your Valentine's envelopes. Lots of love to you all.